I'm gonna be really honest with you. Nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about what you're doing, man. Nobody cares as much as you care about what you think other people assume of you, or what you think that other people are thinking about you all the time. But the reality is that's absolutely false. False. Even the people closest to you, your best friend, your wife, your kids, your mother, your father, they're not thinking about you 24/7. They also have a life. But I think a lot of us, we have this mentality because of social media. When we post things, pictures and videos of our trips somewhere to Alaska or France or something, and we're getting likes and we're getting comments from people, and you may get 50 likes, you may get 100 likes, you may get 2 likes, you may get 2 comments, you may get 100 comments, you may get 5 comments. And now your ego is inflated, and now you think that you are important. Now you think that, oh man, these people, I really care about what these people think of me. If I don't get enough likes, that means the quality of my pictures or the quality of my videos or what I did, the content that I posted, is not worthy. It's not worthy. Now you're giving other people power over you. And now you're under the assumption that, oh, because you didn't get a certain number of likes or from a particular person, that maybe now you care too much. Now that person, you're under the assumption that they don't care about you. Or it could be the opposite. The person is liking your photos and commenting, and now you're under the assumption that that person cares about what you're posting. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe they're just being kind. You don't know that 100%. And the reality is that when you are trying to pursue something in life, whether it's you're trying to get a degree in a university to get a nice job, but you're doing it because you want to satisfy your parents, or you're doing it because you want to follow the social norm of society, but you're not happy deep down because you're worried about what other people will think. Because what you really want to do is you want to go into art. You want to become an artist. But artists, maybe they don't make a lot of money. Or a singer or an actor. At the beginning they don't make a lot of money. Or you want to pursue drawing. You want to do manga. You want to draw cartoons for a company or something like that. But it's out of the norm. You're worried about what other people will think of you. You're worried about what your parents will assume of you. You're worried about all this shit. But the reality is that they may give you opinions or they may criticize you, but the reality is that they really don't care 100% about what you do. It's your life, bro. It's your life. You do whatever you want in your life. No one controls you. You only give your control away to people by letting people affect you. Or you want to satisfy other people to make them happy because you base your value and self-worth off other people's happiness or validation, right? But the reality is that most of these people around you that you see, that you know of, they don't care, man. They do not care. You're the one who cares too much. You are the one who's putting too much emphasis and too much on people. On people. You're thinking about people too much. You're thinking about that person that you met, that girl that you met yesterday that you talked to, but maybe you didn't get you got a very late text reply from her, or she didn't text you at all. She ghosted you. Now you're thinking about that person. Oh, what is she up to? I met her yet, but bro, you just met her. Who gives a shit? Move on. You are worried about what somebody said to you last week, what your friend said to you last week, or what your brother or sister says to you last week that was offensive. You're thinking about something that happened last week. You're worried about the stuff in your if you're living with the siblings. You are worried that they're gonna sneak into your room and steal your shit or wear your clothes. Or bro, even if they do, it's like out of your control. But I think you care too much. You're worried too much about people. We need to worry less about people. We need to care less because nobody cares, man. As long as they see you happy, as long as they see you content with your life, as long as you are confident in yourself, in your direction that you're headed, and you're not contemplating if you're making the right decision or not. Like you're happy, you're passionate about what you're doing. Your parents will be happy for you. Your friends will be happy for you, right? But we need to remember this that we put a lot of self importance. Like we think that we're on top of the world, right? Because of our insecurities, right? We want to be liked, we want to be loved, you know. But you have to remember that everyone else around you has their own life, and you got to love yourself first. You got to put yourself first. And by following what you're passionate about, you're putting yourself first. What you want to do in your life without worrying about what other people think or what judgments, that is the life that you should be living. Because if you're doing the opposite, you're living like a slave. You're in mental slavery, bro. You are a puppet. You are a doll. You know, people are pulling the strings like this, and your hand is moving, your arm is moving up and down like this. That's how most people are, man, because they care too much. One person praises you or compliments you, right? You are under the assumption that maybe that person likes you or that they're thinking about you all the time, but that may not be the case. Maybe that person's just being kind. I've been in that situation before where I've gotten compliments from girls or I've been given gifts only because, and I was under the assumption that they cared about me, that they liked me for who that they want to date me or something like that. But that was completely far from the truth. They were just being kind. They were just being friendly. That's just a very minuscule example, but there have been times in my life where the I was just like I care too much, man. I about other people who didn't deserve my attention, you know. And I was also under the assumption that people that I knew were thinking about me all the time, and I was worried that if I didn't live up to the reputation or if I didn't live up to the standards of who they think I am, that my reputation would be tarnished, that my friendship would be broken, that I would be, they would think that I'm some sort of like fool, or like they wouldn't trust me anymore. All these thoughts were going through my head, bro, because I cared too much about what people think. And now that I'm older, now that I'm 31 years of age, in case you don't know, I've started to give a less and less of a shit about what people's opinions are of me. Like, I'm not married, but a majority of people in my age are. A lot of my friends are. I don't have kids, all these things. But it's like, as I get older, like I know that I'm on the right path. Like I'm very focused on my fitness and health, which everyone who's watching should be. That should be a priority. I'm focused on my faith. I'm focused on trying to live an active lifestyle. I'm always trying to improve myself in different aspects. I'm always trying to grow. I'm always trying to be creative. I'm always trying to be, follow my passions like traveling and writing and stuff like that. And I don't post much on social media. I used to. I used to have Instagram, but now I don't because I realized how toxic that is. Because I was basing my self-worth on the number of likes I was getting, the number of comments I was getting. And I also noticed that when I was on Instagram, I tend to care too much about other people. Like I was stalking people's profiles people that I've only like never like maybe I met when I was in elementary school, that I knew when I was in elementary school, but like I don't even talk to them now. But I was like scrolling through, stalking through the profiles and shit like that. It was very toxic. And the fact that I deleted my Instagram allowed me to focus more on myself and not care so much about what people think. And the only reason why I posted so much, posted like wherever I was posting like, oh, I'm in Cuba, oh, now I'm in China, like, all these different places, and I'm posting and all this shit like that. The only reason why I did that was because I needed that dopamine hit. I needed those likes. I needed people to like me. I needed that validation. I needed people to know that I'm the cool guy. I needed people to know that I'm the guy who's traveling everywhere, all that shit like that. But it was inflating my ego, and a lot of those times, the people that were like my comment, the people that like my pictures and stuff like that, I would see them in person sometimes at a gym, and we never even say hi. They're just like, it's just a natural habit sometimes to just like a video, a comment, or a post, and then you are under the assumption that that person likes you or that they care about you. But in reality, they don't. It's just a habit. They see something nice, they like it. They see they comment on one of your posts, okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they care about you, or that they care about everything that you do. They just see your post for a second on social media and then just like it. That's it. You know, nowadays we live in such a fabricated society where a lot of our stuff that we do is online. We work online, we post our life online. Our life has become more or less private now, and people are just constantly seeking like validation online, and people's egos get inflated, right? Especially like girls, like young girls who are on TikTok and all these like apps that they use, and they're making all these dance videos and getting all these comments and likes from people. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you the hearts, hearts, hearts. Their ego gets boosted, right? Because now they're under the assumption that all these people care about them, but they really don't. They don't. Anyways, thank you for watching.